Right, so my new clippers have arrived, so I'm going to go and make myself more presentable, and then we're going to start taking some pictures. All about minimalist today. Hope you enjoy it. If you do, you know what to do. So let's go. What's up everybody, welcome back to another video here at Benham Media. My name is Nathan and it's an absolute pleasure to see you all here today. Thank you so much for clicking on that thumbnail. So that's it, this is the haircut, this is me done with the new clippers. What do you think? Do you like it? I've got to get used to these new ones because it's a little bit shorter than I probably first anticipated, but do you know what? As time goes by, I think I'll do all right. But with this video, we're going to talk about minimalist photography. And what I mean by that is that when a lot of people start photography, they look at the prospects that they have to be living in a city or somewhere beautiful, you know, to go out, take the photographs of the skyscrapers, take photographs of these sensational landscapes, or if you're into fashion photography or portrait photography, that you need some very, very attractive people not wearing many clothes to try to get those likes, those followers, and try to sort of build your profile up online. But don't get me wrong, these things do work. When I started out in photography, I was a portrait photographer. It was an avenue that I sort of only planned to go down, and I like taking photographs of people. I like going out with them, getting to know the personalities and trying to make a sensational photograph from what I take from them via the edit or anything like that, and just simply sort of like giving them a sort of like a platform to build themselves on. But because of COVID-19 and everything that happened in the beginning of 2020, I've had to start to sort of branch out within my own artistic avenues. And over this last year or so, I have really sort of fallen in love with street photography. I didn't quite get the idea of it. It took me a while to get my sort of like my feet under the table and to sort of quite understand what street photography was, but I now feel that I've got my own sort of like style, my own eye, my own image, and yeah, don't get me wrong, a lot of the street photography that I have done is really starting to build up a bit of a following, and people sort of see the particular photographs and know that are mine, and I can't wait to get back into portrait photography or fashion photography, and I'm starting to branch out a little bit more, trying to see if I can get more clients and moving forward like that. But one thing I have learnt within the restrictions of lockdown is how to use standard objects around me to create photography art. If you take a look at some of my coffee photographs, if you take a look at the hammer and nail photographs, you will see that it is quite simple to find objects around your own home, around your office, around your local area to try to create decent photography, but you don't always need to have these sensational looking people not wearing much, or you don't need to live in one of the most beautiful locations in the world to create good photography. And that's what we're gonna look at here today. So within this video, I'm gonna literally just take simple objects. I'm gonna use a bag of flour, a baking tin, and some little objects around my home, around my sort of little studio here, and just try my best to create some half decent photographs by using the most minimal things and to create art, which is an aspect of photography which I employ anybody to try to do and give a go at. So within this photo shoot, which is going to literally go over here, got most of my stuff set up. I'm going to set up my lights in just a second, but how about you come along with me and I will talk you through what I plan to do today. So yeah, let's get into it. Right, so this is what I plan to use today. Quite simply, the idea is that I'm going to fill this tin up with flour and sort of flatten it out the best way that I can. And then I've gone looking around for things with sort of like textures, as I plan to sort of like press it into the flour and shoot from the top. And I'm going to try to get these lights to sort of show the shadows and really try to sort of like make a, I don't know the best way to explain it, but try to sort of make the sort of what I'm pressing into the flour into minimal art, really. And the reason why I'm calling it minimal art, I might be saying it wrong, but simply the fact that I'm just using small items and I'm not trying to show that you always need these wonderful, extravagant surroundings to sort of like take photography and to take art and to make decent pictures. Right, so I'm going to fill this up with flour, and I have sort of got a cheese grater. I've got the scissors. You may recognize these from the black and white shoot that I've done. Sunglasses, a pair of pliers, anything that I feel that when I press it into the flour is going to leave like a indentation. I don't know the word. Can't think of the word right now. But yeah, the plan is that whatever this shape is or pattern is will imprint into the flour, and yeah, and then I'm just going to shoot it from the top and we'll go from there. So let's start the montage. Let's go. Right, so that is roughly about it. Not very much more I can do. I'm sure you're all quite eager to see how they all turned out. So here is the finished article. Right, so this was a very messy one. As you can probably see, there's flour everywhere. If you want to know the reason why I look like Al Pacino from Scarface, that's because I thought it'd be a funny idea to see if I could imprint my face in it. I'm going to tell you now, it wasn't. That's the reason why you didn't see my face in those photographs. My hand came out pretty good though, I'm quite pleased with that. But yeah, that's the reason why I've got flour pretty much all over me. If you do fancy giving this a go, I would love to see your work, and you can use the hashtag BMPix2020 over on Instagram. I would love to see your attempts. Or in fact, you do sort of like minimal type of photography. I would love to see that as well. So please use the hashtag over on Instagram. I can't wait to see any of your work. Tips and hints on how to actually make this work. I do suggest get like a bit of cardboard that will fit your space, so you can sort of flatten it down. Try not to compress it too much. I found that in the early stages that, you know, if you compress it too much, you can't quite sort of get these in very well. And the sort of like the plaster thing worked quite well to sort of mix it up again. So I would suggest using those things. This also didn't work very well because the flour got into the holes and it sort of like fell out again. So it didn't do it. So it's trial and error, like anything with this type of photography. It is trial and error. Sometimes it might work, sometimes it might not. So that is it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, you know what to do. Hit the like button just down there to show your appreciation. It helps out the channel and it helps me out as well to know if I'm making videos that you enjoy. But until next time, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That way you can stay up to date with everything that we do here. But I've been Nathan, you've been sensational. Thank you and goodbye. Mwah, 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 mwah.